Hello, mate. We are back. I think this is actually we've done. I'm pretty sure we went last week as well, did we? I think we're doing two in a row. What the
I
fuck?
think we did. But I tell you what, though, just before we get on,
Yeah, go
this
on.
light is absolutely banging.
That's the one you showed me last time. You showed me it last time, yeah.
Yeah. Fiverr on TikTok shop. I'm just mind blown about it. I
I
literally tell everyone about it.
I had to put the camera away from me today because, mate, when this light is on me, it makes me look terrible. What the fuck is that? Oh my god. So yeah, if I put it away, it's not quite as shocking. Yeah, there you go. So anyway, mate, talk to me about your week. How's things?
Man, I was just literally in a massive rush because I went and got tattooed
Mhm.
and
What,
I
what did you have
rushed
done? What did you have done?
just on my stomach.
Hmm.
Um yeah, I just want that I just want it out of the way now, just done.
I saw on your Instagram that you're dreading having it done, right? Because it's painful.
Oh, the stomach's awful. I put it off for so long, but it's time I had to get it done. But once that's done, well, I've still got my ass to finish, which
Right, two questions. Like as soon as you're talking, there's like questions for I meant. Number one, this surprises me for a man who is so into tattoos and has his head fucking tattooed, has his hands, everything tattooed. Hearing you say that is quite shocking to me.
what that I'm
That,
looking
that, that
forward
you're
to getting
dreading
done.
a body part, that you dread having.
Um, it just because it hurts.
Yeah, I know, but
The head doesn't hurt.
what? The head doesn't
The
hurt.
head doesn't hurt. No,
Wow, fucking
the
hell.
head doesn't hurt.
My
It
mind's being blown.
head, ears, neck, things like the stuff that you people think would hurt lots doesn't.
Oh, well,
Um,
hold on. Does it depend on who you ask? Because I should
no.
imagine some people are like that is
Well,
painful as fuck.
to an extent, but everyone knows arms don't hurt. Everyone knows that legs don't really massively hurt. But I mean, imagine that. Like, people say a pain in the ass. That there's a fucking reason for that. Or there's got to be.
Does it actually hurt your ass?
Mate, the ass is the absolute worst body
No.
part to have done.
What the fuck?
You
My
wouldn't think
mind is
that.
being blown right now. So in my mind, the worst thing. So I'd probably think maybe like the temple or like like that little gap, that little hole there, like
Nope.
between your clavicle.
Anything that's kind of like higher in body fat um does tend to hurt more.
Bro, I am shocked. I am shocked. How about is that painful there? Like
Yeah.
armpit, yeah, armpit and lat.
I'll tell you why that's painful. Because if you think like the armpit is like your arm's always protecting your armpit. So anything that's close
Right.
to vital organs is going to hurt more.
Ah, yeah. So does that mean chest is painful?
Chest is not massively painful, but
Oh,
it's the ribs is more painful. The
right,
chest
right.
is because it's obviously because it's quite a lean body, it's quite a lean area, so it doesn't hurt too much. But
Is this quite a known thing? Is this like known that like high body fat usually means it hurts more? Is that like a known thing?
um yeah, it should be it should be. It kind of just makes sense. That's
Yes.
why when I'm fatter, I hate being tattooed when I'm fatter. It's like, yeah,
Well,
I really
honestly,
lean.
I feel so naive. I had no idea. I had no idea.
And it's stuff that's like kind of exposed to air and rubbing and things like that does hurt less because it's obviously it gets more outside exposure. Stuff
Right,
that's
right.
constantly covered up is going to hurt more.
So does that mean fingers is not that painful?
Oh, fingers is horrible. Fingers is probably one of the worst.
Wow. Okay.
Fingers is probably one of the absolute worst areas you can.
Well,
You
this
can.
surprised me, right? Because this gets a lot of exposure. Number
I
one,
know.
and it's lean, right? There's fucking
There's a
nothing
lot.
there.
There's a lot of nerves in that bit. You've all your ulnar nerves and all that stuff.
I would have thought, yeah, like all the nerve endings here are like. So that would also
Massively
mean
painful.
toes is quite bad as well.
I don't know,
You've not
but
had
I
your feet.
imagine
Oh,
so.
okay.
I'd imagine so. Yeah, anything that's quite nerve heavy.
Wow. That the arse one is fucking okay. Here's so the other question I had, winding right back. You said you're having your arse done. How I feel funny asking this, but how close to your arsehole are we going? Like, do you know what I mean? If you're getting full coverage
Like to the crease.
to the crease, but then so if you were to like open up your ass, you're gonna have like white
Oh, I'm
bits.
not going in there. No, I've got a mate who's got that done. She got that done, and she's got all of her fanny tattooed as well. That's not something I would wanna.
Right.
I'd get it down to my dick, but I'm not gonna go on my dick. I wouldn't have thought. Or if I did, I'd find the bird to do it because I'm not having my guy, my tattoo artist fucking touch my dick. No fucking way. We're really good friends, but no chance. He tattooed her. He tattooed my mate.
But he went right up to our arsehole,
Yeah.
like right there. Like,
Yeah, she's got all down like near like her like in between her lips and all that shit.
has she shown you?
No. Oh no. We know like it's
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm joking. I'm
Yeah,
joking.
we know I know where she's had it done in that. So
Imagine, so probably the most nerve endings on a human body is probably the clit, right? It's probably
yeah,
not a place that is more than the clitoris. So I'm assuming some women have that done.
Beck's got that done.
She's had a tattoo on her clit.
Oh no, pierced.
Tattoo. Could you have a tattoo on your clit?
Oh,
I was going to say that'd probably make you pass out, wouldn't it? That would be too much.
probably. But she's got like right down near it.
Actually, how covered is Bex compared to you?
I'm ahead.
Is she going for the same thing though?
No,
Okay.
she's going for a different look. Hers is more like one leg, bottom of the other leg, a bit on the side. Like she's obviously got both arms and like around here. She's getting her back done, but not her. Our guy, the tattooist, he's got like a look. It kind of has to go. Like if you look at it from across the street, you can notice the pattern.
Okay. And if you want within what he can choose to not tattoo you, if you don't fit his look, does that make sense?
I mean, he's done all my work now.
So what I'm saying is, let's say me, a fucking nobody in the tattoo world, right? I'm like, oh, can you give me this? Would he? There's a potential he could say no because it's not what he does.
He'll tattoo you, but he kind of is one of the. He's 60. He's an old school tattoo artist. He's not like people walk in all the time when we're in the shop and they'll go, oh, I want such and such, and he'll go, yeah, go down the other shops. He just don't want to.
Okay,
He don't want to do it.
okay, fair enough. That actually makes a lot of sense. If you're a tattoo artist, you want to specialize in like two, three things, or even one thing, right?
No, I mean, it's like coaching. Someone comes up to you and they're like, Ryan, I've got a boxing match. Can you coach me? And you're like, well, no, because I don't know shit all about fucking boxing.
Right.
So, no, I don't want to. I would rather you go to someone that
Yeah,
would
makes
like
sense.
enjoy doing that as well, because there's a massive part of work is enjoyment. Like if someone comes up to you and they're like, oh, I want you to train me for boxing, you're like, well, that's not my thing. I don't think I'd enjoy it.
Yeah. So recently, I had a guy ask me to coach him for powerlifting, and I said I can, but you're probably better off going somewhere else. And he was like, "Wow, okay." He goes, "I didn't expect you to be so honest." I'm like, "Why? Like, you could get something from me, but it's going to be second rate compared to someone who's like really experienced in it." Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Or mate, I tell you what, I've had that where I've had powerlifter guys that I think keeping it simple actually sometimes works better. Like I've got a guy, he's been with me for 3 years now. His name's Paul, and he's strong as fuck. Like he deadlifts like 320. But when we started out, he was at 240.
Wow.
And we've literally kept it super simple. We did 5-3-1, and that program, the Wendler.
Wendler. Wendler.
And we literally ran his deadlift up to like over 300 kilo. And I said to him, look, mate, it doesn't have to be complicated. I said,
Oh yeah.
that program has been written and tested thousands of times. It works. I don't have to reinvent the wheel and come up with some bullshit fucking program that I've invented. Do you know what I mean? I think a lot of these powerlifting coaches, they run into, and I don't know because we're not within that circle.
Yeah.
But I'd imagine they come up with fuckery like in bodybuilding.
Yeah, they basically try and bulk out their product and make it seem like it's something it's not.
And I'll tell you what as well. The guy was like, actually, do you know what? Now I kind of want to get a little bit bigger. And what do you think I should do? I said, well, what we'll do is we'll just up your volume a little bit. He said, well, that's it. I'm like, that's literally it.
Absolutely. Yeah, yeah.
I said, what we'll do is we'll just up your volume a little bit, add a little bit of accessory work, like let's say for like he does like 4 days a week. He does obviously like, that's how it runs. It goes deadlift day, bench day, shoulder day, and squats. And I said, we'll just add a little bit of accessory day on each day. And mate, he was talking about his arms there. He's like, my arms are 18 and a half inches. They didn't even think. I was like, yeah. I said, you're a big guy. I mean, he's in the 250s. I'm like, yeah, you're gonna be like, you know what I mean? It's like, so So yeah, like thick set, like big. So yeah, like, and he has that powerlifter look. Like, I'm just trying to get a picture here just to kind of show you. And he just has that like powerlifter look. But
Very closer. Oh yeah, he looks good. He looks well good. He looks
he's,
chunky as fuck. Yeah, it looks good.
he's a powerlifter, right?
Yeah,
But he has the like he's just thick.
yeah, yeah.
But I said, mate, yeah, I said it doesn't have to be any more complicated than that. All we've got to do is just add a little bit more volume.
So I had a training session with my client Rob Smith. You
Yeah,
know
Rob.
Rob.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know Rob.
So me and Rob trained together today, and we were talking about different coaching methods and stuff. And he was like, he asked me who I was going with, and I said it like I'm not going to say it now, but I said a couple of names that were potential. But again, I really don't care that much. I've not thought about it much. Anyway, he said, "Fuck all that." He goes, "Fuck all that." He goes, "It's so complicated." They try and make something out as if they're like sending a man to the moon. This is what Rob's words. Like they like trying to like fucking create a rocket ship, and
Yeah,
actually all you're doing is just it's just physique shit. Like what the fuck? And
yeah.
his words were like, I can't deal with that shit. And I thought it's so fucking true. Like it's definitely an epidemic of like modern bodybuilding because I don't think 30 years ago there was that much information out there. So they just sort of kept it simple because that's all they knew.
Because that's all you had, yeah. And you trial and error.
I'd say probably from like when insulin started getting introduced, and I don't even know when growth hormone was introduced, but I know insulin became bigger in like the 90s.
90s, yeah,
Yeah,
whatever.
and even like site enhancement was like 90s as well. I'm sure it was about before, and someone can correct me if I'm wrong, but like, yeah, so those things, when that started becoming more of a thing, it just sort of made, I don't know. I think the reason why I'm into bodybuilding is because I like the bread and butter. I just do. I don't want to complicate shit. I don't want it. I don't want it. So,
I think as well that that can sometimes actually drive you more OCD
yeah,
just
definitely.
because you're having to think about all these. Like we had a question on the other podcast last night. Someone was like, "Oh, my blood glucose has gone from this to that. What could be influenced? Why do you care?"
Mad.
Yeah, mate, you get these guys every fucking morning. They'll post a snapshot of their
Yeah,
insulin monitor, and it's like, "But you're fat. Who cares?"
yeah, man.
Check.
Fucking hell.
It's like, yeah, you wake up with fasted blood glucose at 4, but you got like 40 pounds of body fat. Who gives a fuck?
I had this guy. This is not quite the same subject, but it's similar-ish. He's been messaging me. He's from my gym. He works at the reception of my gym, and he
Yeah,
was asking me about steroids. Every time he's got a steroid question, he comes to me, and he was going on and on and on. And I really like him. So like, he might watch this. I doubt he will, but like, it's nothing personal. But I just said to him, I said, bro, if I were you, I wouldn't do it because the way that you're overthinking this, you're making it so stressful. I said, you either keep it simple, do testosterone only, or
yeah,
don't bother, or don't
yeah,
bother. He was really worried about X, Y, and Z. And I said, bro, this is really stressful. This is really stressful. I said,
yeah,
don't do
yeah,
it.
yeah. And
So,
you find like the clients that make the best progress are the ones that either look into it the least,
yeah,
or like that guy, that Paul. Like I said to you, he's like, oh, what should we do? I'm like, mate, what we'll do 2 mil a test, so 600 megs a test, 1 mil of EQ, 300 megs of EQ, and we literally run that for months and months and months. We come off, we cruise, we go back on that, and that's it.
yeah, yeah.
It doesn't have to be any more complicated than that.
I'm actually going to make a big argument for the case of that takes as much, I'm not going to say balls, that's the wrong word, but that takes a lot of confidence to be able to say, do you know what? The industry has so much going on, and I'm going to tell you no, and I'm going to simplify it.
Yeah,
And I think that takes a very experienced coach to be able to do that. It's not that you don't know about other things, it's that you're saying it's unnecessary for what you want.
I think people see that as because the prices of coaching have just skyrocketed so much.
Yeah.
So when you say to someone, yeah, I want 150 quid a month for coaching, and you say to them, this is your diet, and it's like a basic
Yeah.
chicken and potato diet, beef and
Yeah.
potato diet, and you're telling them, just take 500 mgs a test and you'll be fine. And they're like, well, I could have done that myself.
What am I paying for?
Yeah. And it's like, well, do that then. Why don't you?
Yeah.
It's like, you ask me, your goal is here, you're here. How do you close that gap? And that's how you're going to close that gap. It shouldn't have to be that difficult, but people almost feel like getting your money's worth.
they have to justify the price tag, don't they? So,
Yeah.
but I'm wording it incorrectly, but I think it takes just as much confidence and thought process to be able to make no changes or very minimal changes for a long period of time. Do you know what I'm saying? The client believes they're getting a worse service. I'm like, no, you're not. I've carefully thought about what's going on, and I truly believe you need to not do anything.
Yeah.
Just keep
And
going.
that's why sometimes obviously explaining it, justifying why we're not making changes is where that comes in. You might say,
No, no.
maybe you've lost weight straight for 3 weeks in a row. You've not lost this week, but just because you haven't lost, let's not rush it. Let's wait another week and see, and
Definitely.
yeah, and it's
I've got into a bit of a habit of that with my coaching style now. Is that I try and just not justify. It's probably the wrong word, but I definitely want to explain
explain.
why. Explain why I'm making this decision. I'm choosing these compounds because and I just think for a lot of people they get blindsided by so much information,
Yeah,
and they're like, what the fuck, what the fuck, what the fuck, and you're telling them something really simple.
yeah,
So it almost sounds like you're being careless. It's like,
yeah.
no, I'm not.
Because then
I'm
they'll go to their mate in the gym and they'll
yes.
go, "Oh, my coach has me do, you know, 300 tests and 200 deca and 75 MPP every other day
Yeah.
because he thinks," and it's like, does that really make that much of a difference,
No.
or you actually just overthinking it? And he's probably just, giving that generic protocol to everyone that he's probably
Absolutely.
seen on some podcast. It's like,
Yeah, yeah,
but
yeah.
because it's more like bulk, you get more bulk. That's what
And
people.
if you received something from a coach, right, and you received it and it was 3 compounds and it gave you times of day when to do it, and then you received 2 orals and then a couple of like fat burners, and it looks like whoa shit, and it looks almost like super complex,
Yeah.
and it took a lot of thought to think of, when actually it's probably unnecessary for most people, right? For a
Yeah.
lifestyle client, they don't need to be doing that. They just don't. Do
Oh,
you know what I mean?
hey, not
So
even for you. You don't need to be doing that. When
no,
you
yeah,
start to overcomplicate, when should I take my orals? And I'm like, whenever you remember.
yeah.
I said, the main
Make sure
thing,
it goes in. Make sure it
I
goes
said,
in.
just don't forget.
Yeah,
People will, the growth is the biggest one. When's the best time to take growth? Just take it,
yeah. Yeah,
and it's like,
they're looking for like the little percentiles of like, well, at this time of day you're going to be more responsive because of blah blah blah, and it's like, yeah, just get it in, just get. So, oh, man, one of the hardest things, and you tell me if I'm wrong, is explaining how to mix growth hormone.
uh, um,
How do you explain that to people simply? Because it comes 10 IU in powder form,
yeah,
and then you've got the 5 ml of backwater. How do you explain this to them simply without them getting confused? I try
yeah. I
and do
mean,
it. I try and
most
explain, and they're always like,
most people don't get milliliters and milligrams. They get that confused,
and then IU as well.
and then IU. So I'll just say to them, look, just put 1 ml of water in the vial. So that means every point one is 1 unit. And that's kind of the easiest way to kind of break that down. But yeah, it's difficult to explain it. I just get people to show me the pin. I'm like, just show me your syringe and I'll draw lines. I'll be like, right, when you're putting water in, this much water, so the full syringe.
Yeah,
And that gives you 10 IU. If you shot the whole thing, that's 10 IU. So to get 2 IU, you'll go up to here.
I think, yeah, mate. To me, that makes perfect sense. But I think what it is that they don't understand that the amount of water you put in is almost, it's not irrelevant, but it doesn't change the amount of growth hormone.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's quite hard to explain this to people.
It just dilutes it. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Exactly. It's 10
Yeah.
IU of growth hormone. It doesn't matter if you put 25 liters or 1 ml. It doesn't matter. It's still that much growth hormone, right?
Yeah.
So then you just divide the amount of liquid up by, I don't know. Man, it stresses me out trying to explain this to people. I've had 2 cups. I literally grabbed 2 cups and I'm explaining, like if I do this and I do this, but maybe I'm making it too complicated. I don't know.
I think so. I think just say, look, all you gotta know, show me your pin, and I will show you what you gotta take.
Right, right. So
Because
the 1 mil into the yeah, works. That works.
yeah, because I think you're just trying to say, oh, I know what you're talking about. Say you've got this much squash and you're putting it into a liter of water. If you put it in 2 liters of water, you've still got just this much squash,
Yeah.
but it's just more dilute.
Just
But
more water, yeah, 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 yeah.
yeah, but
Yeah, it's
It's
fuck,
a
man,
bit
it's
like
stressing
when
me
it
out.
comes to like cooked weight and raw weight. It's
Oh, stressing
you're
me out
just
as well.
losing fluid.
Yeah. Can you, okay, what is the actual reason why people go on about cooked weight? Can someone
Because
explain to
it
me the benefit?
because again, in America, that's how they do it. Because
Why?
people watch Nick Walker and they go, oh, he does it in cook weight.
Yeah, so my argument is what benefit is there? I'm struggling to understand why there is a benefit.
Ease.
I think it's way easier to weigh raw.
Well,
It's always that weight. If you just always
yeah and
go by
no.
that weight, it's that weight.
If you're batch cooking, bulk cook, it is if you're gonna do one meal.
If you're bulk cooking, just do it. You can still do it raw. Like just put a kilogram of chicken in, then divide that up by how many meals you got.
Yeah. That's how.
I don't get it, man. I don't get it. I don't get it.
Yeah, I think it's just ease, simplicity, and again eyeball. So if you're gonna, it's much easier to kind of quantify. If you're gonna eat out, it's much easier to quantify a chicken breast, 200-gram chicken breast. You know,
I
I don't
still,
get it.
yeah, I still struggle to see how that's beneficial. Okay, the one time it's beneficial is if you've got like a rice cooker
Yeah.
and then you've got all of that rice and you want to divide it up throughout the day. Okay, cool. But other than that, I'm not sure why it's beneficial. I don't know. Maybe
No,
someone watching can tell me why it's more beneficial.
again, because it's how it is in America. They still measure their fucking peanut butter in spoons and stuff.
Yeah, they do cups. What the fuck?
They do
What's a cup?
cups, yeah. A cup of oats. I'm like, what? Or
Mate, it triggers me so hard. A cup.
or people that I'm like, you know, when you sign up a new client and you say, right, I want you to send me your diet, how like your diet right now. And they're like, so I have a scoop of protein. I'm like, what does that mean? How many grams is that? A protein can have 20 grams, a scoop, like let's say
Yeah, yeah.
per 30 grams of protein, you can be getting 18 grams of protein, or you can be getting 28 grams of protein,
So
depending
yeah, it could be
on the purity of protein.
if it's isolate or if it's just whey, right? It's like quite a big difference. Yeah, and they go, it's like saying I use 2 mil of test. You're like,
Yeah, yeah.
what does that
But
mean?
even that, that's kind of easier to understand compared to a scoop. I mean, a scoop, I can make a scoop be 40 grams, or I can make it
Yeah,
30, make it
pile it right up.
22 grams.
Yeah.
So I just don't like, but again, are we overcomplicating it?
No, because I think if you actually care about the result, these details matter.
But to see, that's what I mean. In America, that works because they'll go, oh yeah, I just do cup of oats with a tablespoon of peanut butter, and as long as you're kind of
Look,
accurate within, I know
I think that works if you're someone with fairly decent genetics. Like, I'll be honest with you,
that's how they all do it in America.
but
Bodybuilders all do it like that. I think as long as you're not bullshitting yourself and you're not having two spoons of peanut butter, I think as long as you're trying to be accurate, I think it'll work. Obviously, it's better to be more accurate. And I think
well,
again, if let's say you're someone that doesn't want to mess about with scales and things like that, I'd say fine, go with that. If you want to do a scoop and you're just gonna do a scoop and it's kind of like level scoop every single time, fine, fine. Um, but no, I don't agree with it. But if it helps you stick to it,
okay, yeah. So it can work both ways. If it helps you stick to it, fair enough. But I think that blasé attitude for most people isn't good. Having the list, oh, I just put that in. Oh, I just do that. Without measuring. You know the kind of people that we speak about in the group. So for people watching, we always talk about people who are on paper should be losing a lot of weight because their diet is quite low. They're not eating a lot of
yeah,
food. They're carrying a lot of body fat, and they just week on week don't lose weight.
yeah.
And we're confused. We're like, what the fuck? What the fuck? So people like that with fairly poor genetics, they can't get away with these things. Their margin of error is not good enough.
Oh yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
let's say if you're talking, let's take the scoop of protein, right? Let's say you're talking, you know, a scoop, 30-gram scoop. Let's just say it's 30 grams of protein. It's not, but let's just say it is
yeah, yeah,
30
yeah.
protein, right? If you overshoot it by just get it heat scoop, 30 grams of protein is 120 calories. If you overshoot it slightly and you go up to 40, that's adding 40 calories.
Yes. And as I say, for most people that might not be a problem. But let's say,
You do that 5, 6 meals a day. And if you're giving someone 6 meals a day, that's 6 margins for error.
Absolutely.
6 times you can fuck up.
Yeah, exactly. Like let's say like herbs and spices, so like garlic or like the little powders, they've all come with calories, and then sauce calories, and then a drink calories, and then yeah. I just think it's just that blasé attitude. I think most people need to not be so blasé. Definitely, 100%, mate.
Yeah.
I mate, there was something else I wanted to say to you, as you said it, and I want before we move on to the next thing.
Yeah, because I've got a question I want to ask you. It's really important.
Oh, you go. Fuck it.
Oh,
What I'm
you
about to say
go,
is,
and we'll go on to that next.
okay, right. So I'm coming across more and more people who are lifting way more than they should, right? And hear me what it is. Do you agree that the deadlift is a bit of a it's a bit of a it's a bit of a catfish, right? You see guys who aren't particularly big, they're not particularly strong anywhere else, but they can deadlift massive numbers. Are you coming across this? I seem to come across it way too often.
Look at every powerlifter that can do 800 pounds. They don't look like a bodybuilder. Because again, we were actually talking about this because Deck was saying last night, he goes, how come if I go on a machine, like an incline press machine, I can press 5, 6 plates easy aside. But he goes, how come if I go on a barbell, I'm like weak as piss? And I'm like, well, it's because I said, you're not training the movement. I said, back when I was barbell benching, I could bench press 200 kilo on a flat. And I remember I said, let me try and see how much I can incline. 120. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, surely I should
Why
at least be able to do 180 or 160 at least.
was it such a discrepancy? I didn't know that.
Because again, I never did it.
Yeah.
And then I was like, well, let me start training it. And guess what? Within about a month and a half, I could do 160. Still got the old videos. Why is that? Well, that's because, again, it's a movement pattern. You'll start to learn the movement pattern. That's why when you start squatting, your body just learns the movement pattern. You just become better at it, more efficient at it. Even just walking a squat. Like if you walk out, you've done that. Let's say you walk out a heavy squat. If you walk it out wrong, you can lose 20 kilos on the squat just
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
wrong.
Yeah.
Well, the machine, you're fixed. You unrack it, you go.
Yeah. There's certain guys, I feel like, as I say, the deadlift is weird. There's a guy, I'm going to quickly try and find him. Well, one guy is that Jamal Browner.
Yeah.
He's deadlifting like 480 to 500 with ease, right?
Yeah.
And he's big, but he's not like crazy big, right?
He's not big. He's like 220 and he's like,
you know exactly. Maybe he's like 250 max, but
no, he's not. No, I'm pretty sure he competes in a 220 class. He's that Panda or something, and he always that guy.
Jamal Browner. Oh, no, I'll get him up.
I thought he was in the under 220 class.
No, he's bigger than that. He's thicker set than that. Is there one of his face? This guy.
Yeah, no. I've just looked him up. So he competes in
So he's squatting. Here's the example, right? Here's the example.
Yeah.
He squats 300. Now that's good, but it's like not crazy. He's done it for a triple here. And
yeah.
Mate, there's no doubt about that's good. But
so he competes in a 242 class.
So there you go. So he probably walks around 250, right? 260 probably. Sure. So anyway, let's just say he's squatting 300 to 320. That is a massive discrepancy. So what I'm getting at is I'm seeing loads of guys who have this crazy deadlift.
Yeah, but I was the same. Because if you've got the leverage is the deadlift,
yeah,
you normally don't, unless you're equipped, you normally can't squat. It's either or, isn't it?
It tends to be that way.
Because if you've got shorter legs and longer arms, you're going to be really good at deadlifting.
Yeah, I get that. There's and I think what it is a lot of time it's guys who are doing sumo. It's usually sumo. I can't find this guy. There's this guy.
My sumo was strong, but it was not much different to my conventional.
I think this is it. There's like guys can like be. It's almost like they're cheating the system. they just become really exceptionally good at sumo, like somehow. And
I mean,
then
it's. I mean, it. You know, it makes sense. If you got long arms and you got short legs, you've got less range of motion of movement.
this is the guy I'm on about. This is the one. Heaviest deadlift ever at 21 years old. His name is Tyson Rydenor. You heard of him?
No. Yeah, look, he's moving at like 5 inches.
But the point I made, he's just this normal dude.
Yeah.
And again, there's another one I came across. There's these guys deadlifting 500. It's so that's
Yeah,
such
but
a discrepancy, isn't it?
they're
Do you see what I'm getting
deadlifting
at?
it differently. They're obviously using they're leveraging mechanics. Look at the way some of the lifts Dan Bastic does. Looks different. Look at JP. Look how JP deadlifts.
Yeah.
Different.
Yeah. Yeah, those guys are just legit strong, as opposed to this, where they're sort of, as I say, cheating the system is probably the wrong way of wording it, but they're certainly using leverages in their favor, right? Which is fine, like they're allowed to. But
No,
it's
I don't
just,
think it's fine. I think that's if you're trying to use it for bodybuilding, I think you
oh,
should try and make it as hard as you possibly can.
these guys are doing it to be strong. They want to get
Yeah.
numbers, so fine.
Oh, powerlifting's like A to B.
Yeah.
So,
And it's a bit like those bench presses that are like this far, right?
mate, we know we've had and again, like we've got long arms. So for us, I'm surprised we got as strong as we did on the bench.
Oh,
With long as fuck arms and
on that note, did you see me on Friday?
yeah.
I got a
Me.
record.
I know, what the fuck?
I don't know where that came from.
I didn't think you could do these numbers anymore.
Yeah, apparently I can. So yeah, 140 for 25. My best ever was 23. So when I was peak strength, I was 23 and I
Yeah.
can do 25.
You're
Well,
probably fitter now.
maybe. But I tell you what's interesting is that I've done that without even bench pressing.
Yeah.
So that goes to show what I've been doing has a lot of carryover. Do you know what I mean? I was pretty shocked. I didn't think that I could match Don Valley on that, but
Yeah.
pretty crazy, man.
Because obviously he was there and you, oh mate, when he benches, it scares me because I'm like, oh
You mean this?
yeah.
Well, we spoke about it. We spoke about it. Like, because when I bench press, I do this.
Yeah.
But yeah, when he bench presses, he said to me, he goes, I feel strong there. And he's never been injured. So yeah, fucking right, man. Fucking right. He's super strong. His chest is crazy.
Oh, he's always been really strong.
Yeah. But that was good. I didn't think I could match him, but yeah, I was buzzing after that, to be honest.
His chest is
Yeah.
fucking stupid as well.
Oh,
So
what the fuck?
we can't say shit.
His
We
chest is
can't tell him how to
amazing.
fucking train chest.
Yeah, he's got a great physique. Brilliant, mate. So anyway, what were you going to ask me?
So this is a really important question. So you need to give it some thought because it's a question that you gotta be serious. So
Why can't I take you seriously then?
you gotta choose. You work a minimum wage your entire life, or you get $1 million a year, but you've got a snail that's constantly chasing you. And if it touches you, you die.
If it touches you, go on.
If it touches you, you die. You're dead.
So straight away, my brain went, right, what about when you're asleep then? So you're always going to have to make sure you're, hold on, oh, this is easy.
Okay.
This is easy. Just go to another country. How the fuck's he getting there?
Right. So I've looked into that, right? So it takes the snail 1.4 days to move a mile. 1.39 days to move a mile. So it takes him 40 years to get to Australia.
Yeah, so we're not accounting for sea then, are we? Because he's not going to go through the fucking sea, is he?
He will, because he can. He gets to you.
Okay.
So he can obviously. Now the question is, do we give him like air travel? Can he just like jump on a plane and just be like, come for you?
With his passport. Yep, sweet. Cheers.
Ah, you'll just sneak in. She'll sneak up on him.
Just stick him on the side of the plane.
Yeah.
Right, that's obviously you know what I'm going to say. I'm going to take the fucking million. Getting away from a snail is probably the easiest fucking thing there is. How can you not? How can you lose?
I don't know. Just think about the constant paranoia. Like, imagine you go out on like, I don't know, to the zoo or like on a day out and you just see like a random snail. You're just going to be petrified of like, it's like a constant scare of snails for
Okay,
life.
well let me ask you this: have you ever been caught by a snail ever? No, you fucking haven't. Let alone one snail.
Yeah, but that one snail is fucking coming for you. It's wanting to kill you.
He's furious. He's like coming, like fucking proper coming. Bro, that snail does not scare me. Give me the money.
What about when you're asleep? What are you going to do?
I'm gonna make sure I'm at least well, hold on a minute. So 1.3 days to travel a mile.
Yeah.
I sleep for like 8 hours.
Okay.
All I've got to do is go fucking what, half a mile? I'm sweet.
What? So you're
But
going to move house every day?
well, I've got £1 million every day, right? Did you say every day?
Yeah.
Right. So I can buy a house
A
there.
year. No, a year.
Ah, okay. Yeah, still, I'll buy a house there, buy a house there. All I've got to do is do one night there, one night there. And the snail keeps going to this one, then that one, then this one, then that one. And he never catches me.
See, I thought about this in a different way. I'm just going to pay someone to watch the snail 24/7. Yeah, because I got a mill. I can afford it.
Can I not just kill the snail?
No.
Why? Who made up that rule? I just
Well,
got eggs. Dead.
nah, you can't. It's because if you go like near it, it might get you.
Mate, all you got to do is buy a house that's so I'll do the maths. So I can do a week in one house and a week in another. And if I work out how long it takes him to get in that time, I can just
Well,
buy a
I'm
house that's
telling
like.
you, it takes him like 1.5, like 1.3 days to move a mile.
So if I buy a house that's 10 miles down the road,
Yeah.
I can do a week there and then move to a week there. And the snail never quite gets there. He's almost there and on a move.
Yeah, but it could go on like a car or something. It can get transport.
Oh shit. So now the game's changed.
That's what I'm saying. So we've got to decide. Like, obviously, it's too easy otherwise.
Look,
It can like,
if the snail could be like on someone's rucksack or something and like.
yeah.
Hmm.
Imagine like how scared you'd always be. Just
Nah, bro, I reckon I can outsmart this now.
you
I,
can ask.
I trust myself
Have
to
like a
outsmart.
snail phobia.
That's got to be a thing, by the way. That's got to be a thing.
I'm sure it is.
What's faster, a snail or a slug?
Well, surely a snail has to carry the shell. So the slug is faster because it hasn't got to carry a shell.
Are snails and slugs different other than the snail?
Don't think so.
Do you
I think
reckon
they're the
slugs? Do
same.
you reckon slugs look at snails and get real jealous?
I reckon so. I
Hundred
reckon
percent.
so. But I think they're kind of the same.
Yeah. Do you know what? I'll be honest. Like when we talk about phobias, I don't know if I've got a phobia, but the idea of one being on me is pretty fucking rank. I struggle with that.
You not get in the
If I
garden.
had to pick a slug up, no, I could do it. Like, but it's fucking horrible.
Do you not get him in the garden?
But I had one in my fucking house. I don't know how it got in. So by my front door, there's like a little fucking like I don't know, a little panel. There was a slug on it. How? How the fuck did it get in? I asked Amy if she let it in. I said, Amy, did you let this fucking slug in? And she's like, what? It was literally a slug about like hip height on the
Because
panel.
they just sneak in.
He must have done, mate. Maybe when we were out or something. Because how? Like, there's no gaps or anything. I don't understand.
Get like salt and put salt on it.
Nah, do you know what I did? I grabbed the tissue and I fucking just threw him in the front garden.
Mate, I had one that was stuck on like the door, like like because you get all these glass doors that are like garden
Oh
doors.
yeah.
He was stuck on it. The dog was just trying to get it and eat it. I was just like, oh,
Yeah. Well, they would though, wouldn't they? Franco eats anything.
mate, I know.
Are your dogs the same?
I tell you what, so the big dog, the bulldog, she's like super picky. She like sometimes she wouldn't eat certain stuff.
Really?
And it's
in
like
my
the
experience, dogs
Frenchies, they're
just
just
eat anything.
absolute fucking pigs.
Yeah, anything, anything. It's fucking
Yeah.
madness, man. It's madness. But yeah, no, I'm definitely taking the money on that one, mate. I'm definitely taking the money. It takes me on to a new point, which is obviously separate from that. In fact, so let me give a little bit of context on this one. This was quite an interesting thing that happened, bro. I was dying to tell you this. So remember, we made one episode we made on sensitive bodybuilders, how the egos are very fragile with bodybuilders.
Yeah.
And then we made another episode about genetic. We were talking about who's got the best body parts.
Right.
Who's got the best back? Who's got the best
Yeah.
shoulders? Who's got the best genetics? Okay, do you remember this one?
Yeah.
Cool. Within what we said, do you believe anything that we said was truly offensive and was there to trigger anyone?
No.
We were being quite nice to people, right?
Well, yeah, because if someone's got the best of something, then
Correct. Okay, so.
yeah, but bro, there's always going to be some cunt that tries to fucking. Do you know what I mean? It's like,
Yeah, man. Well, here we go. What can you see at the moment on the screen?
just you.
Okay, good. So I sent myself the video, so I'm going to play it now, hopefully. And yeah, this will give you some context, I hope. All right, here we go. 1 second. Just loading up now, mate. All right, this is the first time we've ever done this, so I hope. I kind of know it. Can you? Well, can you hear that, or can you see that?
I can hear the podcast.
But you can't see it.
No.
Okay, so I'm glad it's going to work. Right, here we go. So here is the clip from that episode that we were just talking about. Yeah, hold on, mate. How'd you do this again? You go to. I can't remember. You do it again.
I don't know.
Share screen. Sorry, mate. Right, here we go. Are you ready?
Can cut that bit or saying, yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. Can you see that?
It just says it started sharing.
Can you see it now?
No.
Right, I'm going to play it now.
Oh, there we go.
Did you see at the Irish Pro the what's it called, desk? Just keep watching this, mate. We'll watch all the way to the end. It's about a minute long. His name is Jimmy. This dude's genetics. I know. Bro, his genetics are absolutely out of this world. So yeah, he goes to King somewhere. My local gym.
He used to claim he was natural.
Probably is.
Oh, this guy, yeah.
African genetics.
Yeah, because he probably doesn't weigh a lot, but
yeah,
yeah,
he's quite slight in person. He's quite like doesn't look big.
When you look at it, when you look at him with his top on, he probably doesn't look that impressive. When he takes it off, you're like, what the fuck?
Him up. Yep. So you got up. So you heard of that, right? What was your opinion on how we were about him?
Huh?
What was your opinion on rewatching that back? What's your opinion?
I still stand by that.
Do you think that what we were saying was offensive? Were we being horrible?
Offensive in regards to what, though? What did we say that's offensive?
I guess I'm asking you, when you watch that again, second time round, how do you interpret it?
Would he get offended that we said he's probably not that impressive in the top? Or that
sorry, go on.
Slight? He's not a mass monster. He's not trying to be as classic. So I don't know.
So it'd be interesting. Anyone watching this as well. I'm probably gonna link this onto my Instagram anyway. So anyone watching, what we said there, do you think it was super offensive? If you were Yemi, would you be offended by that? So anyway, and now the story continues. Okay, so I was on Instagram. I was literally sat here. I was eating my food, and Yemi went live, right? And I don't know if you saw recently, he's had a bit of beef with Connor.
I don't follow him. I don't know him.
Okay. So recently he done a photo shoot and he was wearing a crop top. Gymshark. He done modeling for Gymshark. He gets paid, you know, he's fucking whatever. Connor was saying, I would never wear a crop top, even if you paid me X amount of money.
Yeah.
Yemi went back and said, blah, 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 blah. Connor said, blah, 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 blah. You're not even big. Bro, I've got a pro card you haven't. Blah, blah, you know what I mean? Like, yeah?
Yeah.
So I thought it was amusing. Anyway, I saw Yemi, he went live. So I quickly clicked on it.
Yeah.
I went on there and I said, first thing, I said, bro, I want to hear the lowdown on you and Connor. Yeah. I don't even normally go on live. I don't know what made me do that, but I did.
Yeah.
Amy was there and I went, oh, look, babe, look. And she came over and he went, Ryan, Matt, he goes, listen, yeah, I don't even like you. I don't even fucking, you need to be careful. I don't even like you. About me. And I was like, and Amy was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And he goes, yeah, fucking shouting your mouth on me about me on your podcast. He wasn't like raring up as in, let's have a fight, but he was like, nah, you can't be running your mouth and then fucking.
Is that kid with a chunky gyno?
Well,
yeah,
this is gonna
mad fucking
well,
gyno.
this is gonna wind him up even more.
He's got no, but I'm not being funny, yeah. Let me look him up. I don't fucking know him. I don't follow him. I don't know. Like,
I don't know him either. We were bigging him up.
I think he did the Arnold or something.
Yeah, he did. He did.
Looks good. Like, what's it? Like, we haven't said anything that's bad or anything like that. But
you know what it was? Hey, Chad, look at me. What it was me saying this, and I did this.
So what does that mean?
So I said, yeah, he's in person. He's a bit, you know, he's smaller. I don't know why I did that, by the way. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
He's not
the bit that got him.
Good.
So I was shocked. I was like, what the fuck? We're being nice about you, you fucking twat.
Yeah.
And then we were nice about Niall. Do you remember Niall Darwin?
Nah.
One Punch Naz. And One Punch Naz is like his close friend.
Right.
Yemi comes off the live and sends me what Naz has screenshot and showed him. So basically, Niall has dobbed me in to Yemi.
Right.
So they're both in on it. And I'm thinking to myself, hold on a minute. We came onto our podcast and said that them two have got some of the best genetics around. And
bro, if you got issued, just message and go, bro, I didn't like what you said, or...
I stand by it, mate. Do you know, regardless of what's happened now, the guy has elite genetics.
Yeah. He's
a bit of a baby and he's incredibly sensitive, but that doesn't change the fact that he's got an amazing, his bodybuilding potential is fucking sky high. I just couldn't believe it, man. I was so
I'm just
shocked.
looking at his pictures, and I think it's just that guy now. It's just that's his fucking issue. I mean, look, it's not good. Got to cut that out, bro. That's
yeah. Well, Yemi, if you watch this, mate, I had mine done this year, $2,000.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, anyway, he got fucking funny. This is going to make him even more funny, by the way.
We said that on the other podcast, on the BMS podcast as well. Like we were talking again, exactly that. We said he looks great, but that gyno is not doing him, you know, favors. He's got to get that cut out. Apart from that, he's fucking great. What the fuck? Look at this, mate.
Yeah, bro.
I will never look like that. You will never look like that. 99% of us will never look like that. Like, I don't know what people. And again, we said he's quite slight. He's not trying to be a man monster.
Bro, in a t-shirt, he is quite small compared to a lot of bodybuilders. That doesn't mean anything about how good of a bodybuilder he is, though. Because one, he's classic. Two, he's not trying to be a mass monster. He's trying to be aesthetic.
Yeah.
So in a t-shirt, being a bit smaller, okay.
Bro, if I could look like this guy.
Bro, he is a better bodybuilder than we'll ever be. Like, I don't understand. I think I was dying to say it on the podcast because I cannot believe how fucking sensitive this guy is.
Yeah.
He's a fucking baby. He is a baby. And it's a shame because someone with that much talent, he's going to waste it by being a little baby like that. And I'm shocked. I couldn't believe it, bro. When I was here, I was like, Amy was like, oh my God, he's killing you. I was like, I know. He was like, listen, I don't like you because he's like from London. I don't even fucking like you. And I was like, oh shit, right, okay.
I don't think what we said was offensive or anything like that.
I know. That's why I wanted to play it, mate. It wasn't offensive.
if we had said, if we had gone, yeah, like he's too small or like whatever. No,
No.
we didn't say that, did we?
No.
We just said, and again, it's almost like a compliment because
Yeah.
they're the guys that takes his top off and even
Yes.
just blows up and it
Yes.
looks great.
Yeah, like in a t-shirt, just stood there, you wouldn't have no idea that he is that good.
Because would you rather take your top off and look stupid,
Yes.
or would you rather look big in the top, take it off, you look like fucking shit?
Yeah, well, I think
Because that's
like,
most people.
Yeah, I was going to say most people are that way.
Yeah.
They look big, and you're like, wow. They take the top off, and you're like, oh.
Yeah.
Bro, I stand by it, right? Regardless of what I think of him, and he probably hates me, and he probably hates you for saying that Garno thing now. Whatever the fuck, Yemi, your genetics are.
Bro, I can give you a code for you can go to Turkey, get it sorted out. Just put me out.
I am as well.
Yeah. Either of us will sort you out. Just,
Oh man, yeah, we got you, bro. We got you.
But we don't hate you. We don't dislike. We don't know you. I mean, I don't know. I don't follow him. Like I said, I think he looks really good. So that's it. Looks better than us. So
yep, he's better. He's better than us, and he looks amazing.
That guy, you gotta get it sorted out.
Bro, your genetics, Yemi, are 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. As a bodybuilder, fucking fair play to you. But as a person, you need to fucking calm the fuck down and stop being so sensitive.
But also, if you meet him out somewhere, I'm sure it's gonna play out different. Because you'll meet him and you'll have a chat and you'll go, listen, I didn't like what you said on the podcast.
Sure, yeah.
Or maybe it came across a certain way that I didn't like it. And then we can go, oh mate, sorry about that. I didn't know you felt like that.
Exactly. It's kind of already gone that way, right? So in inbox or even on his live, I said, bro, I'm sorry if it came across offensively. We were actually bigging you up.
Yeah.
And he said, fair enough. He did say fair enough. He was like, all right, okay. Well. And he said to me in inbox, he said, I think it's crazy that you think you can do this and I'm not going to be annoyed.
Yeah, but what does that mean? I don't understand.
I don't know. Do you know what I was meaning? I was meaning small. Like,
yeah,
he's not small.
Not even small.
He's not small.
Like, I'm pretty sure he won his pro card at the Arnold last year, and I saw him. I don't know. I'm pretty sure, and that's where I saw him. That's where I saw him because again, I haven't seen him before that. It doesn't say where he won his pro.
He is not small. He just looks smaller than how good he is. Does that make sense? Like, without his top on, he looks ridiculous. In a top, just stood there, you have no idea that he is that good.
Yeah.
That's all it is. Yeah. So what I was trying to do with my hand gesture was this. But to be honest with you, it wasn't that deep. You're not actually that small. I was just, I don't know. But yeah. It was very entertaining. That happened on Sunday, that did. And I was very entertained for a good couple of hours. It was good.
Thing is, you don't see this is the problem with a lot of like bodybuilders and that. It's like they just get so defensive and so offended about you no matter what you say.
Yeah.
It just you can't win.
So this happens on Bro Chat. I don't know how much you do or don't watch, but I've watched quite a lot.
Not anymore, not as much.
So I've watched quite a lot of it over the years, though, right? And
I've seen a lot of it, not recently.
But Fuad always talks about, or even Guy Sistanino, they always talked about how people would come up to him and be like, "You're chatting shit, because of the stuff they said on the podcast. Like when you make a podcast and you talk about people, this stuff is going to happen. It is. It just is. But what I find weird about it was the intention behind what we were talking about. We were trying to be nice.
Yeah.
We've been horrible to other people, right? But that's not one of them. Yemi has some of the best genetics I've ever seen. That's a fact. So the fact that he took such a negative opinion on it, I'm literally like, what the hell?
Obviously, it's something that probably plays on his mind.
I think so.
And that he's quite insecure about. So if you said to me, if you said to me something that I'm insecure about, if you like, I don't know, I can't even think, but something that we're insecure about, it's that spot, and it's like you just think, oh shit, my secret's out.
Yeah.
But I think like for us, because we're a bit like, I don't give a fuck. You can say, oh, you're shit. Okay, cool. You know, I don't give a fuck. You know,
Do you know what, bro? It motivates me because I was talked about on the BMS podcast, me and Craig,
yeah,
and Hilly in particular said something like, "Yeah, they're both good, but they're both nowhere near pro card level."
right.
And that could be taken offensively, but do you know what I did? All it did to me was, right, I got to work harder.
Yeah,
I didn't think, fuck you, Hilly. I just thought, right, I'm going to get to a point where I am good enough. You know what I mean? It's just motivation. That's all it was. It's just motivation.
and again, he can hold that opinion. That's fine. That's his opinion to hold, and that's fine. It's like, do you know how much, like, how many people I get on with my content, with my tattoo content, where, I mean, again, that content is designed to spark up some of that controversy and to spark up different opinions and people to kick off and to give you shit. Like, you're kind of asking for it. But in a way, like, some people come along and you can just see it that they actually mean it. And a lot of times, sometimes I'll message that person. I'll just say to them, like, you know, such and such and such, and we end up actually talking through some of these things. And he's like, actually, I didn't think of it like that. I see what you mean.
But in a short clip,
he doesn't know us, so purely off face value, he can go, "Ah, fuck those two." But actually, we're like, bro, we don't even know you. We're based on what we see. This is what we see.
Yeah.
So you know, but
yeah, people can take things the wrong way. I mean, recently you had someone as well, didn't you? You had a guy saying about your vaping. Yeah, and you went on your story and stuff, right? So for people watching, explain that a little bit.
Oh, so what did I say? Something about health or something like that. Can you remember? I can't even fucking remember.
You made a statement about health, about healthy living or something like that.
No, it wasn't that. But basically, the guy commenting was like, "Oh, well, you vape, so that's not exactly healthy." And I'm like, "Well, yeah, but if you think about the average person, and we've all got our vices. That's just it. You know what I mean? That's just, we've all got something we do.
Yeah.
But you got to think, like, you know, in terms of the regular average person, you know, you're a lot more active. You keep your body fat lower. You eat healthier. So I'm like, yeah, I'd say I'm healthier than most people, you know, in that way, taken in that context. So it's just depending on what you see as health.
But isn't it funny, right? You kind of just touched on it then. Like, he doesn't know you. You're just a bloke on Instagram. He watches a 10-second clip and all of a sudden he just feels compelled to argue with you.
Yeah.
Now, if he was a person in real life who knew you and was speaking to you like a person over a cup of tea, for fuck's sake, it just wouldn't happen that way, would it? It just wouldn't go down that way. It would be a lot more like cordial. It would be more like, oh, I didn't see it that way. Oh, yeah, okay. But online, it turns into something that it's not. Do you see what I'm saying? A good example. Sorry, bro. A good example is you and me.
Yeah.
Over the years, how many times did we argue online? We almost had a couple of fights. We've almost had a fight online. And
but I think with us, it's always been slightly different. It's just, I think sometimes we just like to argue for the sake of arguing, just almost like, and even sometimes, like, when in the group chat, when you say something, I'm like, oh, nah, I'm just going to take the opposite opinion, just for the sake of it. Just because I think it's just how we are. We just have that dynamic. Whereas there are certain people that say, if Craig said something, like, even if I didn't agree with it, I might present a different point, but I'm not going to go, nah, you're wrong. Whereas I'll tell you, I'll be like, nah, you're wrong.
Yeah, because you know me in a different way.
Yeah, and I almost just like to argue with you. I just think it's funny.
Over the years, so I probably met you in like 2015, 16. I don't even know when it was. I don't know. Over the years, we argued lots, but in person, like physically, when we're stood next to each other, it's always been so cool.
Yeah.
And that was always the thing that got me. Every time I was with you in person, I was like, this guy is really cool. I really like his company. And then online, it was like, juice.
Yeah, but I think now it's slightly different. I think now we've obviously got that friendship that it's different
now. It's different now.
Yeah. And if there was something to come up where I didn't like what I said, or if I said something that you didn't like, you would just come up to me and would obviously
Yeah.
we'd have a different type of chat.
Yeah.
But mind you, I was like 17 then, so slightly different.
Yeah. Well,
Um,
but that was what, and we've talked about this before as well. But that was kind of what you were like.
Yeah.
You were argumentative. You would look for an issue. Like, I feel like that was your personality. You kind of, what's the word? It's like an agitator.
Yeah.
You would look for like, fuck you, fuck you. Like,
Controversy and
yes, yeah.
but that works in the online circle. That works.
Yeah.
That's just, you know, and it's again with that guy, we could have just been like, oh yeah, no, we didn't mean it like that. But then it's funny, just start the pot a little bit. Like, he's got a guy now, fuck him. You know what I mean? Something like that. And it's like we don't mean it maliciously. It's just a way to make things a little bit more interesting.
Yeah.
Because someone will send that to him and he'll be like, oh, what the fuck did they mean? And it's like, bro, we don't mean it maliciously, but
we got no problem personally at all. Fucking hell, I don't really give a shit.
Being an online personality, you've got to be a little bit like that, because if you're someone that is, you can kind of take three different stances, I would say. One is you're trying to be liked by everyone. That is going to get you in a trap really quickly, because I mean, not everyone's going to like you. You could be the most likable person. There's always going to be someone that doesn't like you.
Fuck this guy.
Yeah, you can sit on the fence, which that's no good either. Because then at that point, people don't like you because you can't take a fucking stance.
Yep.
Or you could be the person that hates everyone and is almost like hated by everyone. And I think that's kind of, again, so you don't want to be there either. You kind of just want to spark a bit controversy, but your overall message you want to come across always kind of positive.
That was my thing with, okay, so even when I was thinking about telling this story to you, I was thinking this could go, what direction do I want it to go in? And I thought to myself, I don't want to create more beef for the sake of it. I want to tell you the story and I want to have a bit of a laugh with it. And I want to tell him that he's sensitive as fuck. I do want to say those things.
Yeah,
I also want to reiterate the point that we're not just here making a podcast to slag people off.
Yeah.
You know, that was not why the platform was created. We didn't just create this just to think, who the fuck can we like go after? You know what I mean? It's nice to have controversy and it's nice to have opinions, but it's also not cool to be.
I mean, so if you ask for a completely raw opinion, which is almost like the most critical viewpoint you can give him when it comes to his bodybuilding, right? Do you see him ever cracking or being seen as anything in the circles?
In the pro circuit, basically?
Yeah.
Honestly, yes.
Okay.
Because
how far?
I think he could make it to Olympia for sure.
Yeah, but so do 80 other people. So did Kelvin and
okay.
I mean, like guys like that. Lots of people can make it to the Olympia, but they also just get their minute and then they get sent back.
Okay, so
we're talking, you know, a load of people.
He is young enough. I don't know for sure. I'm pretty sure he's mid-20s.
Okay.
Let's say he's late 20s. I don't know.
I don't think he's that old. I think he's actually early 20s.
He might be. So the point being, he's got time on his side, right? With those genetics, who are arguably some of the, like, I honestly would struggle to name people with better genetics than him. I would struggle. I don't know anyone. So those genetics, with that amount of time, he could be a top 20 guy in the world. Yes, for sure.
You think?
Yes. If you put another 15 to 20 pounds of muscle on that frame, Jesus Christ. Do you know what I'm saying?
But based on what they're looking for at the minute, the people that are winning in the classic circuit, they don't look for guys like him. Guys like him aren't the winning physiques.
So you know that pinched in waist and then like flaring quads?
Yeah.
And then like really broad lats. Isn't that what Chris Bumstead's got?
No. Chris Bumstead don't look like that.
Pinched legs, flaring lats.
No, because he hasn't got anything like that. His look isn't anything like that.
I don't think I think that his look is absolutely worthy of a top 20 finish within the next 5 years for sure. Like he needs a bit more probably arm.
Yep.
He needs a little bit more. Legs are pretty much there. I don't know, man. What does
How much does he weigh? Do we know?
I actually don't know, but he's got a massive chest, massive flaring lats, tiny waist, aesthetic midsection.
I think when they take that gyno out,
Yeah,
so you
mate,
lost a bit of you lost a bit of chest, didn't you?
yeah. Bro, them genetics, come on, man. That
I
is,
think I think that I
bro,
think that's
this
gonna
could
make
this
it.
could be top 20 in
Wait,
Olympia.
the
Yes,
back. What the fuck? Look at his back. That's fucking stupid.
that is a definite top 20 Olympia guy if he wants to be.
I think
It's nutty, absolutely nutty.
his proportions are just like stupid. Yeah.
So what do you believe his ceiling to be?
I don't know. I agree. Yeah, I agree.
Yep.
I think he can. That's why I wanted. That's why I wanted to ask you.
If there was a world championships for being a baby, I feel like he'd win that one. Like a little crybaby.
I I can't see him being a top 5
Why not?
because they're not because the physique
Yeah,
he's got
but it
isn't what
evolves.
they're rewarding.
It evolves, bro. It evolves.
He looks quite tall. I don't know. Like say like in here,
Yeah, I think he's like 6 foot. I think.
is he?
I think. I don't know. Can't remember. I've stood next to him, but I can't really remember.
Oh, you stood next to him?
Yeah. We actually had a conversation, like in person. Yeah.
Ah,
He no man, his genetics are
we
top
should
of
get him on a
best of the best.
podcast.
Yeah. Yeah. Fucking hell. I like I say, man, I know I keep saying he's a baby, but like I'm not actually trying to create the beef, fun enough. But he has not taken
No, I'll tell you what. I think if we got him on the podcast
he's
and he
not
actually
taking kindly to this, boy. There's no way he's coming on the podcast.
why?
He fucking really dislikes what we fucking talk about, basically. And you just took the piss out of his gyno.
Well, hold on. Isn't that true though?
Listen, you can't mock someone then and expect them to play ball. What we say isn't.
So me and you both had gyno.
Yeah, I know.
I'm trying to find his weight for some like on here.
See who he stood next to.
Oh, 92 kilo show day.
92 kilo show day.
So that's what 210 pounds or something.
202 pounds.
202 pounds.
So he probably walks around off season, what, 230, 240 probably.
But
220, 230.
10-year transformation, 19
Oh, 10 years.
at 29. So he's 30 near on.
Okay. He's still got time. He's still got time. By the time he's like 32, 33, 34, yeah. I back it, mate. I back him. I reckon he is good enough to be elite at the Olympia. I do.
Yeah.
And not Niall Darwin, the guy who told on me, his genetics are fucking
Who is he?
one punch nads.
See, I don't really know these guys. I'm
They're from around here. Do you know, I've had plenty of conversations with him. He's nice in person. He just told on me is all.
yeah. Yeah, but you know, if we spoke about him on a podcast, then how did we even get to
Yeah.
how did we even get to oh fucking look at the fucking legs on him.
Yeah, bro, he's fucking crazy.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, he's someone else. Like his proportions, again, he could be, yeah.
Yeah.
Like we're talking like high level. And I'm pretty sure he's early 20s as well.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah,
these guys, sky's the limit for these guys.
This is it. It's like try to take that. And again, like one kind of thing is, even if let's say me and you go, oh yeah, bro, you suck. You're never going to be that good. That's on us. That's our opinion to hold. We're entitled to it.
Yeah.
You know, that's fine. That you don't have to. That doesn't have to affect you. You don't have to listen to it.
Yep.
But we're not saying that. But if we were,
yes.
And two, just who gives a fuck what anyone says?
I'm surprised. As I say, I do believe. I think most bodybuilders are quite guilty of this. Quite egotistical.
Yeah.
Because he's so used to people blowing smoke up his ass that he can't believe that someone would say something remotely negative. But the reality is that's life, mate. And also, when you put yourself out there to be judged, don't be surprised when people judge you. Also, you're in a bodybuilding scene where there's a lot of big guys. I'm walking around at 290. I was 294 this morning. To me, Somebody who walks around at 230 is quite small.
Well, he's not even 230 though, is he?
I don't know how big he was when I saw him in person. I'm
Right.
just saying maybe he was 220, maybe 30. I don't know.
Yeah.
To me, that is considerably smaller. I'm
Because I
probably
swear it said 94 kilo. Did I say 94? Start of prep.
who you?
96 kilo start of prep. 92 show day.
Oh shit! There you go. So he's walking around at like 220.
So look at this, right? When he looks so, this is start. No, hold on. This is obviously end
Oh
of
man,
prep.
look at those fucking genetics. Fucking hell.
Hold on. So this is start. This is
Crazy.
start. This is him start of prep.
Still really
That
good.
doesn't look that impressive compared to how he looks.
Well, that's the way
When
it
he
goes,
picked
isn't
up-
it? You know,
Huh?
mate. So me saying what I said is objectively true. So let's say he was 220 when I met him,
Yeah.
215 in a t-shirt, 215, 220 compared to me, 290. Yeah, it's quite small.
Yeah.
Given the fact that he's such a good bodybuilder.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is objectively true relative to me. Like, what it is basically, I remember I watched an interview once with Kevin Levrone. Kevin Levrone said, the guys to watch out for are the ones who don't look impressive in a t-shirt. He said,
Yeah.
when you're at the Olympia and you see a big bloated face and big in clothes, he goes, they're off.
Yeah.
And the guys that don't look big, they fucking surprise you. And I'm like, wow, shit. It's true. When you're backstage and you look who's got a sunken face, you're like, oh shit, this guy's in shape. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When they got a fucking death face.
I mean, maybe he's taking like the approach of, you know, there are pros that kind of like talk shit and they're kind of like try and be controversial and stuff. But within that circle,
No, because he didn't approach me. I went onto his live.
right? Okay.
You know what I mean? If I hadn't done that, I would have never known. So I don't know, man.
Yeah, I would have been like what you said. I didn't like what you said, so I would have just I would have. But I'm like that though. I'm like quite.
Do you reckon you would have gone back straight in again?
If there was something that I didn't like, and if there was something that was said that bothered me enough, I would have obviously voiced that 100%, because it bothered him enough to obviously comment and take notice of it.
And he's absolutely fine to feel that way, but he's missed the point entirely. We were bigging the cunt up. We were bigging him up, and we still are. I don't understand what he thinks is happening right now. Yeah. I don't understand what he thinks is happening right now. We're not saying, I just said cunt. I'm not actually calling you a cunt. It was just, it's the way I talk. I'm not calling you a cunt. I'm not calling you a crybaby. I'm not like, it's just a bit of fun. You are an elite genetic pro. Like, fucking fair play to you. Like, just, my advice is honestly, don't be so sensitive. It's really not that deep.
And that's coming from you, that you've got a history of being fucking king sensitive.
Bro, compared to this, I'm not sensitive. No way.
Oh, compared to this, you're like the loose sensitive person.
Yeah. But over the years, I've nibbled as well. But I guess maybe like with time, I nibbled less and less and less. I don't know. You can't just nibble on everything all the time, because it makes you stressed. You know, it makes you stressed out.
Makes you stressed. And again, like, does it actually matter what me and you think? No. Even if we'd gone and said like whatever, it's like,
yeah, 100%.
Well,
anyway, that was that, mate. That was my entertainment for Sunday night. That was good.
Yeah, and that was a while back, because I had that fucking hat on it. Like, I that would have been like, and my face was a bit bloated, so that would have been like,
I think it was like summer.
That's what I mean.
Last summer, yeah.
Like, so that's been brewing in his head. He's like, fuck those two.
Yeah, well, like I say, he sent me the clip. So his mate Niall would literally just screenshot that bit of me doing this. It was like 5 seconds long, and he played it to me.
Oh, so he hadn't seen the whole thing, maybe.
I don't think he had the context of the whole thing. No.
This is the other thing as well. So like, obviously, some people want to just kind of start, like, kind of almost like initiate, and it's easy to just clip one bit and go,
sure.
Oh yeah, you know.
Out of context, yeah, that doesn't sound great. It doesn't sound great, but in the context of the whole thing, it's fine.
Yeah.
Clearly not for him anyway. But yeah, mate, there was another thing I wanted to talk to you about as well. You know, when clients do more than what you're asking them to and expect you to be like, oh, well done. So I've had that twice this week. It's fucking triggered me so bad.
When
This
they're
guy-
like, oh, I went and did extra 15 minutes of cardio.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah. This bloke said to me, he goes, I'm thinking about doing a bit extra. And I was like, oh, okay, that's sort of all right. And he goes, and what I'm going to do is, I know that you've given me that, but I'm just going to take it out. It was on like about, it was a bagel and peanut butter or something like that. And he was, I'm just going to take it out. And I was like, okay. Bear in mind, these guys have never been in shape. They come to you to get in shape. You tell them how to do it, and they go, nah.
Yeah.
Right.
Or they'll go, oh, say someone comes back and you're like, they've lost, I don't know, you expect someone to lose half a kilo that week, and they come back and they've lost like 1.4, and you're like, fucking hell, like, you've actually lost a lot more than I thought.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's because I will just take out that first bagel in the morning and eat it. And it's like, well, if I didn't want you to eat it, I would have said don't fucking eat it. I wouldn't have put it in there.
Because people are looking about the small bit, the next 5 minutes. They're not thinking about the big picture, because you need to obviously keep food in for as long as possible rather than cutting it too soon. Obviously, we know that, but they don't necessarily know that.
Yeah.
But this guy this morning, he said it a while back, but he talked to me again this morning. He was like, he didn't check in for like 2 weeks. And I was like, what the fuck's going on? I called him, withheld number. I actually withheld my number to call him, to catch him out. Which is a bit weird, but I was just annoyed. I thought, this guy, like, I have no obligation to do that, by the way. Like, there is no, like, if he doesn't contact me, that's on him. But he just triggered me because I was really trying with this guy. So I called him. He answered. I said, hello, mate, it's Ryan Mackins. And he was like, oh, bro, I'm so sorry. I've been so busy with work, blah, blah, blah. Cool. I just want to let you know, though, I've been 100% on the diet. So I'm thinking, you definitely haven't. And he was like, yeah, but what I've done, and he started explaining the stuff he was doing. And he said something. And when I was on the phone, I didn't quite, it didn't twig. So I went, oh, okay, cool. Nice one, mate. All right, well, I'll speak to you in a bit. Shit. So I went and grabbed my laptop and I quickly checked his diet. And the stuff that he was saying to me on the phone wasn't even in his diet. So he's just adding shit in. So I said to him, I was like, hey, bro, not to cause shit, but like, the stuff you say that you're doing, like, I haven't even told you to do it. And he's like, yeah, but I'm just trying to get bigger. So I thought to myself, look, fuck it, I might as well just chuck it in, right? And I was like,
yeah.
Right. And then he goes, yeah, and I went for an extra couple of sessions as well. So you told me to do 5 sessions a week. I've been doing 6. And I've just been adding more food. And he goes, yeah, so I just thought, like, more's better. Like, if you told me to do that, I might as well do a bit more, right? And I was like, oh, man.
So it's pretty much like free money, because you're like, you ain't going to listen to me. You might as well just do your own diet.
Do you know what, though, bro? The kind of person I am, that bothers me. It does, because I want him to get a good result, because with all due respect, he's a really skinny guy. And he came to me because he wanted the result, and he was sick and tired of going around in circles. Sick and tired, fuming. So I give him the solution, and he just doesn't do it. And it just, I don't know, man. Maybe, I don't know what it is, but it's just something in me that I really feel obligated to help. Like, I don't like the idea of someone paying me money and then just going, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, but again, like, it's their job. Like, you've got, like, so the way I see it, it's almost like not like a division of labor. It's still a service, but as a part of that service, you've got your obligations to check in on time, to report correctly, all these things. That's your job to do as a client. So if you then don't, you don't do your part of the deal, then do you know what I mean? I just don't think it's.
There's probably coaches who wouldn't agree with that, what I just said. They'd be like, well, no, it's up to them. If they're not doing it. And I would tend to agree as well. But there was something about this guy that made me want to help him, because we had numerous conversations, and I felt that he needed a bit more.
Yeah.
I know that he needed a bit more. I think psychologically he struggled a little bit, and I just think he needed that little bit more.
I don't know. I just don't like the whole spoon feeding thing. Like, you pay for a service, I tell you what to do. And I got, like we said about, like, the explaining to people why we do certain things. We don't have to do that. We shouldn't have to do that. You're not paying for education, or if you want to learn, go to someone that can teach you. Go on a course.
Do you know what? Again, I agree to a degree. I agree to agree. I think there's nuance in it because not everyone's the same. As I say, this guy needed a bit more, and I was okay to give it. I actually said to him on the phone or whatever, I said to him at some point, I said, there is no obligation for me to do this. I've already got your money. You know, your time is ticking away and you're not getting the service, you know, but I just want to help you, bro. I just want to help you.
Yeah.
Because do you know what? My business crumbles if I don't have good results. And I could see potential in him, and I knew that he needed just a little bit of a kick up the arse. So I was happy to do it. Don't get me wrong, I don't do it for all clients, but I did it for him because we had spoken about specifics, and well, I won't go into detail. But I don't know, man. But yeah, so he was just basically, he thought by telling me that he was doing more that I was going to go, buzzing, well done, mate, well done. I'm like, oh man. And I just thought, I bet you have that as well. Clients do more and expect you to congratulate them.
I've had that before, yeah, but I'll just set the record straight and I'll just be like, look, the reason we do certain things in a certain way is again because in a week he'll get hungry because he's obviously skipping on his, like obviously he's eating more, so he'll be putting on more weight than you expect, and you'll go, well, why is that happening? You'll try and cut his food or up his cardio or whatever, and it's like you've got to know what the same way when people cheat and they'll try and do cardio to obviously balance it out, and it's like it doesn't work like that.
No. Well, the thing is, this guy barely was gaining. So he's eating all his food, but barely gaining weight because he's like a real skinny guy.
Yeah.
So I'm like, so what's probably happening is he's overloading on certain foods where he shouldn't be, and then he's got no appetite after. You know how it goes, right? And you can't be asked to eat because you're like, well, that's probably what's going on. And the fact of the matter is, he didn't check in for like 2 weeks. And then when I called him, he was like, yep, bang on.
People don't check in. I don't chase them.
I don't normally, as I say, I did with this guy. But how much do you think he's telling the truth when he said yes, bang on, after not checking in for like about 17 days? Do you think he's telling the truth?
Oh, of course not.
Yep, been bang on, mate. Been bang on.
And again, even if you've been bang on, that bang on was for that week.
Maybe for that fucking day or a couple of meals.
No. That would have been bang on what you advised for that week. Next week, you might have made changes.
Right.
So
okay. Yeah. I get you.
You should have checked in because it could have been ahead.
Yeah.
He was on plan because the plan could change.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Because if that's what, and I think I've thought about offering. I don't really want to do that because I just don't think how it works. But offering like a one-off diet, you know how some people do that.
I used to, and I stopped because it doesn't work. But yeah.
No. Or you've got to caveat that in a way that you might say, you know, I want you to for the next 4 weeks send me your weights. But then at that point, you're just coaching them.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But I think some people feel like they're getting more out of it if you just buy a one-off plan.
Bro,
It doesn't feel as intense, or it doesn't feel as demanding on them.
I know, but the irony is that's exactly what they need.
Yeah.
They need someone there. They do.
But I have thought about that when I can be like, here's a training plan, a one-off training plan, one-off diet, and things like that. Obviously with adjustments in there that you can do on your own, but I don't know. I'm not really keen on that because I don't think that works.
I've literally for the first year of me coaching back in 2015, 16, I did it, and it just no way. It doesn't work. It doesn't work, and because the people who are willing to invest more, the irony is the people who invest more don't need as much help because they're investing. So you know, someone who's like, fuck it, I want to do 6 months because I'm bang up for it. They don't need as much help, and that's the ironic thing, because the people that need more help are the ones that want one-offs.
Yeah,
you see what I'm saying? It's like backwards.
The people I see that on a podcast, and this guy was saying like, whether you charge £100 or £2,000, you're better off charging the people that are £2,000, because that guy that you're charging him £100, he's going to be like, so what am I getting for that? How am I? You know,
yeah.
All these different queries. Whereas the guy that's paying you £2,000, they're like, I trust him, so I'll just let him. I'll just let him take over.
literally bang on. That's it. The person who's spending less, they're doing everything they can to make it as simple and easy and I don't know. Whereas the guy who's invested will do everything.
Yeah,
Everything. Yeah. So it's
They're a lot more likely to be a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
And they're the ones that are gonna go, oh well, if I sign up for 3 months, do I get it any cheaper? It's
yes.
like that.
They're the guys. They're the guys, man. They're the guys. I just I don't know. I just think people as well, they view it as like almost as 100%. Yeah, I've been bang on. To them, like doing like 90% is bang on.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And I think that's the problem as well. That guy that I was just explaining started with me at 60 kilos, 60. And then he finished at 65 3 months later.
Oh.
And he was eating quite a lot, but clearly not.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, he gained 5 kilos, but he looks identical. He looks exactly the same. I'm like, oof.
Yeah, I mean, look, when you're 60 kilo, and again, like in the grand scheme of things, that's 10% of gain. Near
Yeah.
on, you know?
Yeah, you could, yeah,
Gain
yeah.
10% on if you've put on 10% of body weight, there should be a difference.
I agree. When you look at it as a number, yes. When you look at it as the visual, he looks identical.
Yeah.
He looks identical. And someone at 60 could easily be 75, right? He's got no fat. He's like, he looks like he's been starved. He's so skinny.
Really?
Yeah, seriously, he's like quite tall as well. So, for him to be 75, 80, he would look so much better. But I don't know.
It's probably like I think they just haven't got the appetite.
Again, and he fabricates the truth as well, because he voice noted me this evening when I was doing a food shop before the podcast. He was like, I just want to say thank you for everything you did and thank you for trying and like really pushing me, which was quite nice of him. He said, and the reality is, mate, I was on it for like every week of the 3 months. I was on it other than Christmas, because other than that, I've been bang on it, loads of meals, this. And he's like lying to himself. Like, I think it must make himself feel better. In his mind, he smashed it. He absolutely smashed it. But yeah, I don't know.
But I think some people that's fine. It's a bit like, well, let's try and get a little bit more out of the next run. Let's try and get a little bit more out of the next run.
Yeah.
Because again, like I think a lot of the time, you expect everyone to be where you're at, and for a lot of people, that's difficult because you've been doing it for so long.
No, I disagree. I know it can come across that way, but I promise you, I say to all of my clients, I'm like, I get it. I know you've got a life outside of this.
Yeah.
I understand that you're not going to be 100% all the time. I completely get it. I allow for most people to be 90 to 95 all the time, because I know it's not their life,
Yeah.
Most people, like, they like being social and they like doing this, that, and the other. So I do understand that.
I mean, even with like meal frequency, if you ask someone to eat 6 times a day when they're used to eating twice, that's why obviously that's where coaching comes in, where if someone's eating twice a day, I'll just be like, let's just try and eat 3 times.
So I agree fully. A bit like when they've been like training, if they've not really been training at all, jumping them straight into 5 a week, it's like,
yeah,
ease them in bit by bit. I think a lot of coaches, actually, they've almost got like their method and they're not willing to be malleable at all. This is the way, you have to do it this way. I'm not really like that. If someone doesn't want to eat a certain way, I'm more than happy to give them like swap chops and changes. And like, I've got a guy who eats some crumpets and butter for breakfast. Do I think that's a good idea? But not really, but because he really likes it, I'll give it to him,
Again, as long as it's getting to his goal.
Exactly.
That's really it. But yeah, I think that whole scene, that's why I've kind of had enough. And that's why I've literally kept about 10 people that I've had for a long time. I just can't be asked for any more of that shit. It's because it's 9 times out of 10. Out of let's say you take on 100 clients a year. How many of them would you say, as a percentage, are ones that you're like, they're doing well? Not that many.
Yeah,
10
so
to
so on that, I would say at best, really good clients would be like 25 out of 100. At best.
I think that's even a reasonable number.
Best case scenario.
I mean, how many people sign up and then they drop out after a month? I'd say actually your conversion is probably better than mine because you charge them as a like for 3 months or 6 months or how you do it, right?
I do monthly as well, but I try and push the longer.
Yeah. Because I don't really do 3 months because a lot of the time people I know that like they'll start and I'm like, I don't really like that person. I don't want to work with them for 3 months.
Yeah.
So I'll try and get them on for a month. And if they want to, then it can obviously extend it for like 3 months. But I try and avoid that because for me, if I don't like someone, I don't really work with them.
So you almost give them a bit of a trial run. They've got like the first month is a bit of a trial.
Yeah. And I find maybe that's why I find people tend to drop out. A lot more people tend to drop out after a month because they see that it gets difficult. Whereas, let's say with you, they're like, well, I've paid for 3 months, so at least they need to see that through. By the third month, they're like, well, actually, this ain't too bad.
Yeah, I think that someone's mindset changes when they know they've got 12 weeks. Like
Yeah.
they attack it differently.
What do you think about all these 8-week transformations and challenges and all that stuff that people do?
It's a money spinner.
Yeah.
It's a money spinner. Because I've done a few in the past, and it just gives you an influx of money. Realistically speaking, but do you know what, bro? Do you know what? Like whatever we say now is just an opinion because it works. People love that shit.
Do you think it works? No, I don't think it works.
I think it works. I think the average person loves the idea of doing something really hard.
I know it works, but realistically, if you're like when people do these 8-week transformations, and I've seen that because I know there are coaches that are literally 8-week transformation coaches.
Right,
They're like transformation coaches, and I've seen that, and I've picked up a load of clients. Like there are a couple of them that are near me, like local to me, and people will come up to me after them. They were like, literally, all we're done is because they give you like the plan. They don't really coach you. They just give you like a plan, the 8-week plan. And then every week it's like more cardio, less food, more cardio, less food, more cardio, less food. And because you've got that time frame of 8 weeks, you kind of see it through. But by the end, you're fucked. You probably look worse. So you've dropped a load of weight, but you don't really feel great.
Yep.
And they get their transformation picture, and you're like, look what I did in 8 weeks. You're like, yeah, anyone can starve someone.
Yeah, it's not the same as coaching. It's not.
Yeah.
With coaching, you want someone to get stronger, better, of a better understanding of what's going on.
Yeah.
Look better, feel better.
And it takes time. It's a difficult sell for someone to come up to you and they're like, this is how I want to look. And you're like, okay, well, you're about a year and a half away from that. Right. They're like, fucking hell, I don't want to do that.
Yeah, you're right. It's a difficult sell. That's a great way of wording it.
Because
I got a client and I said to him, you're probably 7 to 10 years away from where you want to be.
Yeah.
And he was like,
oh, I'm not going to bother then.
No, do you know what? His attitude was really good. He said, fair enough. He goes, thanks for honesty. All I can do is just try. I was like, no, fair enough.
But then again, when people say that, if you're a beginner and you kind of look at you, look at me, I'm like, I'm 10 years deep, you're 15 years deep. It's like, what do you expect?
Yeah.
What do you expect?
Were you expecting to do this in a year?
Yeah.
I think it's not their fault. They're just naive.
Yeah.
Well, you could say that is their fault, but the point I'm making is they just don't know what they're talking about. So,
and look, in a year from now, you're going to look a lot better than you did now, but you're not going to look like how you look. But and again, like every year, like it's marginal. Like it's almost like it just becomes less and less and less. Like
it's the most at the beginning, and then it's like this.
Yeah. So it's exponential. So obviously you get massive progress, and then it kind of, let's say, flattens out.
Yeah.
But you still kind of have to have that mindset of, well, it's going to take me 10 years to get there.
Well, the other thing that's hard to get through to people is that there's no set answer there. You just said, like, the growth at the beginning is massive, and then it's less so. Well, at what point does it become less so? And the answer is, it depends.
Yeah.
Because it depends on your genetics. It depends on how hard you try. There's no set answer. But I think what I find is a lot of people want you to give them a black or a white answer. and there isn't really one.
Because I kind of feel like me and you progressed better as we went along. So I found, for me anyway, I started to progress after about 4 to 5, maybe my best progress, I would say, was in my 5th to like 7th year of training. So I started training at 17, and by 22, I was kind of starting to see my physique kind of progress. And between 22 and 25, that's where I progressed the most.
Hmm.
And I'd say that's similar to you because you had like a growth spurt in like 2018, 2017.
Yeah. So, but it's a weird one for me because mine isn't the same as you because I was going out and getting on it. I was sniffing
But it's
drugs.
still training,
Okay, so from when I started was
still
17.
training, still eating, still taking gear.
No, I wasn't. So I didn't start taking gear till I was 24.
Yeah.
So I started training at 17. So that was all natty. So I was natural. I wasn't eating properly, and I wasn't taking gear.
But you were still trying.
I was
You were
still trying. Yes.
You were still trying. You were still strong.
Yes.
And even on gear, because like your first couple of shows weren't
No.
like you had like a couple of years when you just really took off.
Yeah. So the way it works was 2005 I started training. 2011 I started taking gear. 2015 I started competing, and I started getting good. I would say like good by 2018.
Yeah.
2018.
That's what I mean.
So it took me like 13 years to get like what I would consider to be someone who's actually worthy of winning shows.
And even if we're not taking it to the competitive point, let's just say, being on gear, being on your food quite, properly and things like that, even that taking you what 5, 6 years to actually get into. And that's what I mean. Like for me, yeah, I made progress, but it was more, you could say like my best progress came in 5 to 6 years into training.
Yeah, so if you consider my proper training, it probably took me about like year 4.
Mm.
Proper training, by about year 4 was when I made the most progress, roughly around that
Yeah.
time. Yeah. As I say, because now you're just fighting for a fucking pound here, a pound there, a pound like.
Oh, it's marginal.
I've got to do so much now, and I barely get anything back. But oh well.
Yeah, and that's just kind of it. It's just how it works. It's refining and trying to eke out little bits.
Yeah.
And that's when you can worry about all the shit that people that
Yes.
are just starting out worry about.
Yes. Now I need to worry about details. The details matter to me now. But this is where genetics come into it because you've got it's laid out before you've even when you're born, your genetics are set. That is it. Well, when you first fucking made in your mum's womb, your genetics are there. They're not going to change. That's it. That's who you are now. So there's a limit onto how good you can get. And I believe that I'm quite close to how good I'm ever going to be. I don't know if I'm going to be.
Do you reckon?
I'm not going to be leagues ahead of where I am now. I'm going to be a little bit better. You see what I'm saying? I don't think that I'm going to be like completely transformed now.
So when it comes to your next prep, can you say when that would be?
Yes, I'm going to go for the British finals, PCA. So I'll start prepping June.
That's quite far then for you. That's like halfway in the year. I don't think you'll do that. I think you'll compete before.
No, I want to go now. I'm sick of eating. I fucking hate it. But
you competed in April, didn't you? March.
End of March.
And so you're gonna wait a year and a half near on.
But I fucking had gyno surgery and I did another mini cut in between.
Yeah.
So it's not all just been growth phase. It's not just been a growth phase constantly. So far I've had about 6 months off season so far.
Yeah. I don't know.
I'll have another like
waiting that long.
I know I'm going to be.
Especially if you're coaching yourself, you're going to go. I don't know. I can see you get into like end of Feb and go, fuck it, I want to prep. Because everyone's gonna start prepping. You're gonna see that, and you're gonna start getting the itch to prep.
But I've got it already. I want to go against Craig. I really want to compete against Craig.
So why are you doing PCA?
Because I want to do the pro show, PCA Pro.
Isn't that a bit of waste of time?
I think it's more of a waste of time me doing IFBB because I don't think that it suits me.
Yeah,
Going
but
against,
but hold on, right? That's what you're trying to do. Your kind of ultimate like goal is to get the IFBB Pro card.
I probably should have expanded a little bit more. I'm probably going to do a 2-bro shoot as well, but the main focus is PCA Pro.
Let's say you win that show, the PCA Pro.
Yep.
How accomplished would you feel?
To be fair, the standard's fucking high, mate. Very high.
Oh, let's say tomorrow you win the show, regardless of the standard. You could be, let's say you beat, I don't know, Phil Heath. You're still winning the PCA Pro or like whatever.
Yep.
When you're wanting the IFBB Pro card. So why is that? Why are you doing the PCA show?
Because you're kind of misunderstanding what I want from this. If I win an IFBB Pro card, it kind of signals the end of my career.
Yeah.
Because now I'm coming last place at every show I do as a pro, right? What am I going to do as a pro? Fuck all. So I almost feel like I want to do it for enjoyment rather than just for a pro card.
I know what you're saying, but I think when it comes to setting that goal, when you're like, right, this is like Connor, look at Connor. He's like, my goal is the IFBB Pro card. That's what I'm set. That's all I'm going to do. I think that gives you better odds because you're like, right, this is a standard. That's what I'm going to do. I think by doing PCA, you're just putting it off. You're just like, I'll do it on the side.
Well, hold on a minute. Please understand that regardless of which show I do, I'm still giving it everything I have. There hasn't been. I'm not missing meals. I'm not missing sessions. Everything I do is
mindset. Sure, but it's the mindset. Like you're like, right, the goal is the IFBB Pro card. That's the standard I want to be up against. And
I would argue PCA pros are very, very much as good as people who are getting pro cards. The standard is very much comparable.
Sure, but isn't that the next thing for you?
Yeah, sure. And so maybe I worded it wrong. I think the only reason I said about the PCA pros because Craig's doing it and we've spoke about doing it together.
Yeah,
I just want to have a bit of fun with it. But
so isn't Craig going to do an IFBB Pro qualifier?
I think he might do as well. So I probably should have worded it a bit differently. Yes, I will do another an IFBB show as well. Yeah, I will. But for me, honestly, bro, I'm not like Connor. For Connor, it's like one track mind. For me, it's enjoyment. I do this because I enjoy it. I really, really get satisfaction from competing and doing well. It's not for me. The enjoyment doesn't belong to an IFBB card.
Oh, you love it on stage, yeah.
Yeah. You've been there, right? I just love that shit. So. Yeah, for me and Connor are a little bit different in that sense. Connor's IFBB, that's it. For me, it's enjoyment, you know?
I just think you had a bad year last year.
Yeah.
That really left a bit of a, sour.
It knocked my confidence.
And that's why I just think, see, if you ask me, I would say, don't wait that long because you're waiting around for what? Like, what is it that you're really getting?
To get better legs. Bigger chest.
But how much better are they going to get?
I can only try. I certainly won't be getting better if I'm just always in a deficit, am I?
Have they gotten better so far?
Weirdly, not at a greater rate than my upper body. So where my upper body keeps getting bigger, my shoulders, it doesn't do my legs any favors.
To me, and I can say that to you because obviously we're friends. I just think you're trying to run away from it. That's how it's like when you went on that run of just winning every fucking show a couple of years back. You were like, I'm going to smash everyone, bang everyone. It's like now it's kind of like because of that show last year, it kind of knocked you down a little bit. It kind of seems like you're just trying to run away from it a little bit. Oh, I'll just wait till June, then I'll diet, then I'll do that. I just think you're kind of like it's just a bit of a different mindset that you've got.
It's interesting that you interpret that way, and that's cool. Like I said, I'm not annoyed. Like we can talk.
Yeah.
That's honestly not where my head's at all. Where my head's at, this is what I want to do. I'll diet from tomorrow. I'm raring to go, bro. I'm not running. I really, really, really want to prep.
Yeah.
The reason I'm purposely holding off is because I do want to just try and allow myself a little bit more time in a surplus. Because I think those extra few months is going to give me that little edge on top. I do believe that.
So how many shows are you going to do in summer?
No, like end of the year. 2 or
End of
3.
the year.
Yeah, 2 or 3.
Yeah. So what's your first show?
At the moment, PCA Pro, October the 12th.
Because with you, how your first show of the year goes
Yes.
is what makes it or breaks it.
Yes.
What makes or breaks your year is how that first show turns out. If you have a good show, that just sets you up, and you just go.
So if I have a negative showing on the first one, sorry, my dog's going mad in there. Go on, boy. I think he needs to be let out for a wee. Yeah, if I, as I say, I'm intrigued. It's interesting to hear your take on it. Like, I'm not prepping because I'm worried. I would love to start prep tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just.
I don't know. It's not worried. That's not the word. It's more. It's putting it off. But
I'm not. I'm only doing it because I'm trying to get better. I'm not like.
Yeah. But I think when you dieted, you did that mini cut. Everyone thought you were prepping to that to compete, and it was. I don't know. I think you're there. I just think you need that. You just need to go.
Yeah. I think if I peak properly and I come in properly, I definitely think I'm there or thereabouts. I think I'm close. I don't know.
I just think that first show with the PCA isn't how I would have gone. I would have done that, incorporate it within, but I think going into the 2 bros and just focusing on getting a couple of overalls, which you can do, especially at the start, especially when the season starts, you're not getting those people that are like in the runs for their pro cards. You're just getting people trying to qualify. I think that's when you can just go in and smash a lot of shows, because you work off of hype. Like you work off of like that confidence building where you're like, oh, you're just on a run, and you just beat everyone, and everyone just and it kind of just like, would you thought of yourself like that time when you beat Connor at the FitX? I bet you wouldn't have thought, yeah, I'm gonna beat him. You kind of just thought, we're gonna go. But once you beat him, you thought, I could do it again.
Yeah. So when I found out he was there, I thought to myself, I don't know if I can do this. I don't know if I'm gonna win.
Because we were sat on that bench when you walked in.
That's right. Yeah.
When you walked in, you were like, oh shit.
Yeah.
And then you actually, no, fuck this.
Yeah, I had to sort of have a word with myself. But yeah, in my head, I thought I was probably going to lose.
But you know what your mindset's like. And I know what your mindset's like. If you go into a show that you're like, I can win this. And you do. Because it's like, with that Exeter show that we went into, you were like, oh yeah, I'm just going to beat everyone. It's like, and you did. And it wasn't even a contest. It shows that you overthink shit and you're like, get in your own head.
Last year affected me, unfortunately. Like, yeah, it just did. And do you know what happened the year before? So the year before I did, when COVID was going on.
Yeah. That show, yeah.
Yeah. So that knocked me as well. And then I came off the back of that and then won an overall with PCA, the next show. But for a good 2-3 month period, I was like, fuck.
Yeah.
Fuck, I'm shit. I really started to doubt myself. And the same thing happened last year. Same thing happened again. So I'm like, shit, I don't know.
Because you had a good prep, like a really good start of prep, because you were just ahead.
Yeah.
You just ran ahead. Yeah. And all of a sudden, you're just getting all these refeeds. Because remember, it was me, you, Dan, Craig, and Tom.
Yes.
In the group chat.
Yep.
And we're just sharing all the progress, and you were ahead by miles from everyone.
Yeah, because we were all prepping at the same time, but I was, yeah.
And your show was just you were just ahead of
Yeah.
everyone. And it just like that last month just kind of just didn't go that way, didn't go your way.
Yeah.
Just completely just ruined the whole season.
Well, do you remember I did the voice note the day before the show?
Yes.
Or I was just like, boys, it's not going to work. And
Not gonna
everyone was trying to console me, and I was like, nah, it's not going to work.
And you knew that anyway.
I knew, yeah, I knew.
No matter what we say, it's you know yourself when you're not on.
Yeah,
But I just think like you work off of almost like your own hype, because if you think, oh yeah, I've got this,
yep,
then you do get it, because you're just
100%, mate. It's like I need to probably learn to be a little bit less emotional.
I think your first show
My dog
is
does made him
almost like
fucking.
to prove to yourself.
My dog.
Oh, your first show is almost like, I need to prove to myself that I can do this.
Man, what the fuck is wrong with my dog? This is crazy. Oi, oi, oi. You are fucking kidding me. He just jumped up on the wall and just fucking put shit everywhere. Fuck's sake. Well, you've definitely got him made a little bit now. And I want to prep now.
I mean, no, it's more, that's just a chat we could have we would have in private. We just do it on the podcast, and maybe it's just interesting to see what other people think.
I find it interesting hearing people's opinions, because what I think is right and what other people think is not often. Sometimes it like doesn't quite match up. I want to be better, and I do want to go against Craig. Something in me before I retire, before he retires, I want to go head to head with Craig.
I tell you what, I think with a long off season can work for some people, like Louis. He can go on a 17-year off season, and he's on it. Like, not that you're not on it, but your mindset is different in prep.
Yeah, definitely.
Not just with how you, not just with bodybuilding, but with just everything.
100%. Yeah.
On it when it comes to clients, like when you're like dieting down, your clients are doing better.
Yeah.
I
feel razor sharp when I'm in prep. I feel, yeah. And now I feel a little bit blunt. I do.
What I mean, it's like, and that just increases your productivity and just general life.
Yeah, you're right. What are you doing, boy? What are you doing? I don't know what the fuck is going on here, man. What? Might have to edit this bit out. Fucking hell.
It's all right. It's not like we can.
I don't know what I'm doing wrong. What the fuck? So, yeah.
But yeah, that's
Oh mate, I might have to go. He's doing amazing. What the fuck?
no, that's all right.
But yeah, mate, it's been a pleasure. Been a really good one. I enjoyed this a lot.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, we'll catch up again next week.
Yeah.
Nice one, bro.
Yeah.
Catch you later, mate.
All right, mate. Speaking of it.